can I get a round of applause? My beautiful, wonderful wait staff is working very hard for you. You have Kirsten, Susie, Ellen, Mark, Christian in the kitchen. Please tip them all, guys, because they're working very hard and I owe money, so I appreciate you guys taking care of them. And good news now, ladies and gentlemen, everyone here is going to get 2 free tickets to come back and see another show. How's that? Alright, that was bonus comedy. Are you guys ready for the feature part of the show? Yeah! Yeah! There we go! Come on! Let's bring it up, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, our feature act of the evening, all the way up from San Diego. You've seen him on Comedy Central's Up Next. Please give a warm welcome for Dustin Nickerson, guys. Get him here!
How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Excellent. Good to see you. Good to be here. Guys, I want to cover this up front. You guys will notice pretty quickly that I don't curse in my act. And the reason for that is because I have 3 young kids. And by the end of the day, I'm just all out of swear words. Thank you. All right, we got a parent in the back. All right. You've hit your quota by the time you get here. I'm maxed out. Because kids say crazy, dumb things. My daughter came up to me the other day. She goes, "Hey, Daddy, do clouds turn into stars at night?" It's when they say that stuff that you realize just how stupid they are, you know? Listening to your mom too much, that's stupid. My wife actually recently gave birth to our 3rd child, so I have a little baby in the house. Thank you. No, no, everybody not clapping, you guys are baby haters. Okay, yeah. Ooh, a baby, that makes sense, yeah. Babies, I don't like them. I used to be one, but I've changed since then. Yeah. Sorry. No, the reason that we had a 3rd child actually is because kids are a lot like cell phones. Like every 2 years you're ready for an upgrade. And I can tell who the parents in the room are right now. It's true, like when you first get one, like you just hold it in your arms and it's this amazing, beautiful thing and people always want to hold it, you know, and they give you compliments. I'm like, oh, is that new? Oh my gosh. And you buy all these fancy accessories for it. And like the big rule is like, don't drop it. But then 2 years later, a lot of smudges on it, maybe a couple cracks. And you're ready to turn that in for an upgrade. Or if not an upgrade, at least sell it on Craigslist. Okay, you guys will laugh about cursing at kids, but not selling kids on Craigslist. Alright, just gotta see what you guys will give me here. A couple other ways that kids are like cell phones, and that if somebody's holding one, you shouldn't push them into a pool. And if you do, if they get wet, you can always just put them in a bag of rice. That'll fix that right up. Yeah, I did that with my baby. It worked fine. She's good. Another way, this applies to foster kids too. Those are just pay-as-you-go phones. You know what? I'm sorry. I crossed the line there, all right? There's a sensitivity to pay-as-you-go phones in this room, and I need to respect that, all right? There's a lot of Cricket Wireless customers here in Ventura, and I need to respect that. The best thing about having a baby is that your wife is no longer pregnant. Like, that's the main perk to getting a child. Because a pregnant woman is a lot like a Lego head with a smile on one face and a demon on the backside. Just these crazy mood swings all over the place. Like, I like to describe my pregnant wife as a mountain, and that she was beautiful and majestic and huge. And you just look at that and you're like, I will never be able to mount that. I have to hire a Sherpa or something. I don't know how to get on top of that. You say that better be nice to my pregnant wife?
No, I said you better be nice.
Okay. that's a heavy threat. Are you pregnant right here?
Yeah.
And do you like how I phrase that? Are you pregnant? I want further elaboration on that. I need to be nice to pregnant women or just to people in general?
Pregnant people.
Not pregnant women, pregnant people. If there's any pregnant men in here, I want to be especially nice to you because that's a really serious condition. I feel really bad for you. Okay. You don't know if they're women or not. If they're pregnant, that's a good sign. traditionally as far as biology goes. That's a good sign. My pregnant wife, she really liked to go swimming, and she liked to do the backstroke, which was hilarious. So she's just on her back, right, and the belly's just coming out. Like, she looks like Baloo from the Jungle Book, you know? Just coming out. And she would always wear this orange bathing suit, and the lifeguard would be like, hey, get the basketball out of the pool, all right? Told you guys a million times. And my wife was really petite, and it was really obvious that like she was pregnant. Like she was, like you ever see like on the Discovery Channel with like a snake gets really ambitious, and it takes down like a hippo, you know? She had a bit of that vibe to her. Like she was either pregnant or she was smuggling watermelons across the border. Very obvious. Is that nice enough for you? That's, you know, okay, good. I got your approval. Thank you, thank you. Give you a story of the mood swings of my pregnant wife. 9 months pregnant, she comes literally stomping her feet into the room and she goes, Dustin, why didn't you tell me there was something in my teeth? I go, I don't know, honey, you haven't smiled in like 3 weeks. Seen them, is what I'm saying. I remember my baby boy, my oldest kid, when he was first born, it's supposed to be this like amazing, powerful moment, and I wasn't ready. Like I was being a goofball in the room, you know, as he's coming. Like my kid's literally coming down the chute, you know, and I'm goofing around singing like, here comes my son, doo-doo-doo-doo. Then I take a look, I'm like, it's not all right. Oh no, it's... And then I hold him in my arms for the first time, and it's supposed to be this amazing, powerful moment, you know? And my wife goes, how does he look? And I kid you not, I go, ugh! He looks just like my dad. She's like, what do you mean? Like he has some facial characteristics of your dad? I go, no, it looks like my dad's current 65-year-old face was put onto this slimy baby. We've given birth to Benjamin Button, is what I'm saying. I don't know how that happened. He's older now, like my son, he's got all this attitude, you know. He came up to me the other day and he's like, hey Dad, what do you even know about Abraham Lincoln? It's like his opening question, you know? I was like, all right, you're 7, I should win this little knowledge battle that we're gonna have. And I punched him just to set the tone, you know? I go, Abraham Lincoln, all right, 16th president, freed the slaves on the $5 bill and the penny. What's up, son? What's up? And he goes, is that all you know? I said, until I see that new movie, yes, that is all I know. Long, son. Kids throw you in weird situations, too. Situations you've never been in your life, you know, things you're not used to. Doing some gardening. Oldest kid, 7 and 5-year-old, all right? Two oldest kids, they start doing a tug-of-war, back and forth, with a garden hoe. My son emerges the victor, lifts it in the air, kid you not, starts singing, I got my hoe! I got my hoe! I never seen this out of my petite little wife. She goes, boy, you need to wise up and drop that hoe. Just step back and I was like, this is amazing. This is real life right now. This is happening. We're living this together, all of us. And I didn't even mean to get involved, all right? But then my son dropped it in the mud and I pick it up. I was like, oh great, now I gotta deal with this dirty hoe. Thank you, thank you. Remember a couple months ago I walked into my backyard and those same 2 kids, 7 and 5, for some reason they were naked because it was Tuesday. I don't know what they're doing. And my son had taken like 200 of my golf tees, all right, and he put them in mountain form. And kid you not, he had pooed on top of my golf tees. Right? That's what I said. And I walked outside and I just froze because like I didn't know what the next move was. Life had never handed me that specific situation before. Going through my Rolodex of memories, like no. Kind of that one time in college, but not exactly. And I look at them and I say, what are you doing? And I kid you not, in unison, they go, we're making a volcano! And I'm just furious at this point, all right? I'm doing that thing that parents do where you're like, I want to say something that might scar you forever, and I'm totally willing to walk that line, you know? And so I take them into the back room and I sit them down and go, look at me in the eyes, right here, look at me, all right? You need to know that of everyone in this family, your mom is the only one that I picked. Yeah. So let that sink in next time you're doing arts and crafts in the backyard, alright? I can always tell again the parents who kind of get mad at their kids on there are like, that's good, I'm writing that down. That's really good. I didn't pick them, I just got them, alright? It wasn't even like I went to the pound and I picked out the sad one. You just came out, alright? Stuck with you. My kids do have it better in my house than me. I have realized this. My wife made this crystal clear the other day, and then she was telling me how when the kids have done something wrong, all right, and they're getting a lecture from her on what she's done wrong, that she gives them the option to opt out of that lecture for a spanking. And I was like, honey, I need that same deal. That's gonna apply to me too, right? I get it, honey, I put the dishes away wrong, alright? Get the paddle, alright? I'm sorry. Sometimes people get mad at you for having a lot of kids. You ever run into these people? Oh man, the world's overpopulated, globalization, blah, 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 blah. They're always so mad, they're so agitated. I was like, you know what, buddy, my fertility is not related to your loneliness, alright? Don't take this out on me. And then you run into people, like, I like animals, alright, but I don't like animals more than people. And you run into these people, like, all the time. I did a show with a comic who was this way, and the way that this comic, like, got into the comedy zone was to make out with her dog backstage. Right? That's what I said, because that's what humans should say, right? So backstage in the green room, she's doing this whole thing, open mouth, the tongue, like they just watched The Notebook together or something, you know, like, what did the dog do to earn that? I don't know. And she sees me super uncomfortable like that, you know, like you guys are right now. And she goes, well, you have kids, right? I go, yeah. And she goes, well, can your kids even do this? I go, sit on my lap and make out with me? I mean, maybe, but it's not in the job description, you know? It's not how we relate to one another. And then she starts talking to the dog. She goes, well, what do you want for dinner tonight, huh? Chicken or fish? Chicken or fish? What do you want for dinner tonight? And then she looks at me and she goes, well, I believe that all animals should be treated equally, if not better than people. Oh, okay. I go, what about chicken and fish? The one that you're feeding your dog? No? I'm seeing some inconsistencies in your ideology is what I'm saying here. And then she just wants to make it personal, all right? So she goes up and she says, you know, you just need to know, all right, that your kids will never fill your heart in the way that my dog does. So, okay, well, you just need to know that your dog is going to die way before my kids. That was a very short applause. It is hard being a parent, though. You get like, thank you, in applauding parenthood. All right. Was that leftover from the last one? You just wanted it? It should have been a little bit longer. I'll add it right now. It won't be weird at all. It won't be weird at all. I'm not Henry. You have to like make these decisions as a parent. Like I had to make the decision whether or not we were gonna drink in front of our kids, you know. And we made the decision that we were going to because we don't want it to be a taboo. But that put me in some weird situations as a kid. Like I remember in like first, second grade, one time the teacher handing out orange juice to the whole class, you know. And I take a drink and I'm like, teacher, this screwdriver tastes kind of funny. A little sweet. And this was like kind of old school teacher, and she's like, here, try mine. I was like, no, that's right. Oh, that's right, that's what that's supposed to taste like. I realized that I'm a hypocritical parent too. Like I tell my kids to floss every day. That's hilarious, right? I don't floss every day. Like I floss as often as I eat corn on the cob, you know? Like a lot in August. That's... I've been married for 10 years. I got married when I was really young. Thank you. And I'm not even Mormon. Can you believe that? And when you get married really young, people like say weird things to you, you know, like, man, why would you want to get married so young? Like, because I love sleepovers, all right? I'm trying to get those on lockdown every night until death do us part, all right? Every night. And I remember I had one person come up to me like, you know what, 19 is actually a good age to get married because you can get your first marriage out of the way that way. I I was like, you give the worst advice, Mom. That is lame. When you're married for a while, like, you gotta work in the bedroom, right? You gotta, like, particularly, you know, like, sex positions, you gotta work on that. It's gotta be fresh, you know? Like, I'm a traditionalist, you know? Like, I like guy on bed and girl on top. And my wife always wants to try new stuff. Like, her favorite is, like, girl on bed, guy on couch. Too much applause for that one from the lady. Guys, don't knock it. The nice thing about it is it lasts all night long. That is, it just keeps going. I'm trying to do better for my wife. Like, I want to lose some weight and, you know, be better for her. I'm not overweight. I'm very average, like average size. Like, I'm the Toyota Corolla of people. Because that's what a Corolla is. A Corolla is very average, right? It's just right in the middle. You don't notice it, you know? Like, anyone who owns a Corolla, like nobody's embarrassed by it, but they're not proud of it, you know? Like, nobody's Facebook profile pic is them and their Toyota Corolla, you know? Sitting on the hood like it's a Whitesnake video, you know? Just average. Toyota Corolla is actually the most sold car in America, and you can't name anyone that has one. Some of you are going through your mind right now, do I own a Corolla? That's average, it's just right in the middle. Like, I'm the man of my wife's most average dreams. Not the nightmares. Certainly not the fantasies. Just the ones where she wakes up and is like, that'll do. I'll drive a Corolla, that's fine. Like, I'm average. Like, if I were a soda, I would be a Sprite. Alright, the Sprite is very average. Like, it's just because somebody offers you a Sprite, you're like, yeah, I could have a Sprite. You got anything to mix that with? And someone's like, hey, you want to hang out with Dustin? You're like, yeah, I can hang out with Dustin. But is anyone else going to be there? Just right. I want to do better. I want to lose weight, but I have trouble foods. There's food that gets me in trouble. Like, I particularly donuts. I love donuts. Like, as long as donuts are in the world, I could never be an atheist. I couldn't do it. They're just too amazing. This happened in an old office that I used to work, and there were donuts in there, and I went and grabbed my atheist friend, and I was like, see? What more proof do you need that there's a God and that He is good? All right? Is your little postmodern, enlightened mind gonna tell me that that stapler evolved into these donuts? I don't think so. I don't think so. I actually live in a city called La Mesa, and I ordered this thing at this restaurant called the La Mason, and La Mason is unbelievable. It's a burger, and on top of the burger is a fried egg, and on top of the fried egg is some bacon, on top of the bacon is some pulled pork. That's 3 animals in 4 forms right there, alright? That is a barnyard genocide, is what that is, alright? They brought me the receipt, and it was just an obituary, alright? I'll tell you one of the foods that gets me in the most amount of trouble is Girl Scout cookies, though. Oh, the Girl Scout cookies, ladies and gentlemen, like Samoas and Thin Mints. I can't tell either, alright? We good? Okay, great. Like, my favorite kind of Girl Scout cookie, maybe you guys have had it, it's called Thick Mint. You know, Thick Mint? That's just when you eat a whole sleeve of Thin Mints. Guys, Will was talking a little bit about this, and I want to leave you guys with this. I moved from Seattle to San Diego, and it was a big difference, right? That Canada to Mexico move, that's a big one right there. And he was talking about how poorly you guys handle the rain. I remember when I first moved here, all right? We're doing a tour of my son's school to see if this is a good school for him, and we're walking around, and I say to the teacher, I said, hey, it's 1 p.m., it's recess time, where are all the kids at? And she said, oh, well, sir, it's indoor recess today, due to weather. No, it's 72 and sunny, that can't be right. And she goes, no, sir, you don't understand, it rained yesterday. Oh. Well, call the Red Cross. We need the prayers and the support of the nation, it rained yesterday. She goes, no, sir, you don't understand, it rained yesterday and the slide's wet. Oh. So, well, you know how you fix a wet slide? You send one kid down the slide. Where I'm from in Seattle, that's how fat kids make friends. Guys, I'm Dustin Nickerson. You're unbelievable. Thank you so much.
Dustin Nickerson, let me hear it. That's my Nickerson right there. Ron Nickerson. You guys are awesome, man.